Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. We're talking about the Raynox DCR 250 here. This pretty sweet little diopter that you put on the front of your lens to basically make any lens into a macro lens. And we're going to go pretty hardcore on this. So we're going to do something a little bit on the extreme side here. The Nikon 105 2.8Z macro lens that we're going to pair with it. To increase the magnification of this 1:1 macro lens, we're going to put the Viltrox extension tubes on here. So now we got 36 millimeters of tube put on here. I'm going to put this on the camera, line up the white dots. Now we're good on that. And then we're going to unbox this Raynox diopter. And it's pretty cool because it has this like spring thing on the front of it so that you can put it on any, well, most lenses. It's almost like a lens cap how it goes on. It says 52 to 67 millimeter universal size, and the macro lens we're using has a filter thread of 67, so it should fit perfect. Lens, and it comes in a pretty cool little box. You got a little cap here on the back. Pop the cap off, and then inside the box we also have this little thing that it kind of screws into. So you gotta screw the lens into like the little adapter ring thing like that. So good to go on that. And then we take your lens, take the cap off. It's like a pinch cap, like I said, so you just put on there, lines itself up, fits really nice, fits good. And since we're doing macro, we're going to be doing some, real up close stuff. And this takes it to about a 3.3x magnification between the tubes and the diopter. And we're going to be like, the working distance is going to be like right here. And we need some light to put on there. So I have this really cheapy ring flash that I've been using for a couple of years. The front filter threads on this is 49 millimeters. So the adapter that comes with the ring, 49 millimeters. So you can screw that right to the front of the diopter. I'll put a link in the description for this light if you want it. I'm sure there's definitely better ones out there. So we got that on there. Then we have the ring flash controller, put in the hot shoe of the camera. And this takes 4 AA batteries. And the light's been blinking saying it's dead for quite a while. I've probably got almost 1,000 shots on these 4 AA's. And they are just regular old AA's from Costco. Then you just clip this to the adapter on the front, and away you go. It's not bad, and I've gotten really good results from this, and I definitely think this year I'm going to put a calendar out of just macro photos. So if you're interested in that, bookmark the website, and I will put that on the YouTube storefront. And whenever it comes to using the tubes and the diopter, autofocus still exists. It's still there. You can still stop down to like f15, f16, and it works pretty good. And the light, makes up for some of that f-stop loss. Basically the equivalent on the Z9 of a late 2010s Nikon DSLR video autofocus. It's not the greatest, so you're probably going to be doing a lot of handheld manual focusing, but it's still usable, especially for things that don't move. I'll put a link in the description for the diopter, this light, the tubes, the whole 9 yards, because this is a pretty great combination. It's pretty killer. Since you're going to be working with such a small depth of field, you're literally going to see like a line of focused plane in the middle of your picture through the viewfinder when you're using this thing. It's crazy. It's like 2 or 3 millimeters deep, and if it's moving and it's out there in the wild, you're going to be like f18, f20. I know it's a little high on the f-stop, but that's what you got to do. So until next time, happy shooting out there. Wish you the best of luck. And I think macro is going to be taking over my life this year. I'll see you.